What's up, guys? I just want to say thank you all so much again for the support that you've been showing on my YouTube videos. You guys are amazing. We're building a community here that is unparalleled. Now, a lot of you have actually been asking for a support build, so I'm gonna bring you guys today my personal go-to Muriel / Narbash build that I personally go with. Again, guys, be mindful, the builds that I've released so far are not the only ones. I am going to consistently make more builds. Those will go in my Discord first. Make sure that you're part of that. But if anything, let's get to the support build. All right, guys, getting right to it. Now, again, I just want to show you all, whenever you guys click on my Discord link, the first thing that you're going to see is the read for access channel. You're going to go ahead and click that little heart like so many of you had done already. Then you get access to all of my channels on the left-hand side. There, you're going to see a channel that's called WinDu Fault Builds. You're going to be able to see there all the different builds I have and all the different upcoming builds. They will be posted there before we actually make a video on them. Now, let's get right to it. Now, my go-to Narbash Muriel support build. Here's what it's going to consist of. First of all, let's start with our aspects. In our aspects, the first one that I'm going to suggest on here is going to be Magician. Why? Because effect number 1, missing mana regen per second, 0.5%. The more mana you use, the more mana regen you get. I'll explain more detail on that later. Effect number 2 out of Magician. Damaging an enemy with an ability reduces the cooldown of your ultimate by 2 seconds. If you're Muriel or if you're Narbash, you're going to be thunking or poking as much as possible with your abilities. That's going to make sure that your abilities come up faster, means you're going to be more influential both in lane and towards the team fights themselves, so you can use that ultimate. Now, aspect number 2 is going to be Bishop. Effect number 1, potions last 30% longer. Early game, I also start with a mana potion when I'm building either Muriel or Narbash. Your mana potion is going to last longer, therefore allowing you to have more mana for more poke in those early game rounds. Effect number 2, 15%. Effect number 2. Your heals and shields increase attack speed of the recipients by 15% for 3 seconds. As long as you're Narbash and you're healing, your allies get attack speed. As long as you're Muriel and you're shielding, your allies get attack speed. I'll show you why that's so essential in this build, and essentially that's what this build is going to revolve around. Constant heal, constant shields. Let's go ahead and go right into item number 1, which is going to be Mana Lens. A lot of people might wonder, why would you build damage items early on? I'll explain why. Mana Lens, 75 energy power, not what we're looking for. 10% cooldown reduction, huge for supports. 684 mana, guys. Don't forget, the whole premise of this build is non-stop mana, non-stop healing, which means non-stop attack speed boost as on top of your healing. So 10% cooldown, 684 mana. The passive that you get is 2% of your max mana turns into energy power. The power that you're going to get off of this, it's going to be nice. It's going to feel like you're a little bit more impactful in team fights. Definitely going to help onto your duo lane. You're going to be able to help the ADC get those kills even faster. But don't be fooled. The reason why we're getting this is because of how much mana it gives you and because of the cooldown. Then immediately we're going to go on to Warlock Wears Your Boots. You're going to get the 100% movement speed, and you're going to get 13 penetration plus any favor or rank that you increase on there. Be mindful, guys. You get favor by completing certain feats, certain achievements like first kill, first tower taking down, etc., taking raptors or prime, and so on. Now, in this build, your favor can go one out of 2 ways. If you feel like you need to be tanky or late game, put your favor into white. Now, I personally put my favor into blue just to make sure that my presence is known in the lane. I am a very aggressive support. I poke a lot, and trust me, my ADC is going to get a shit ton of kills because of all the poking that I'm doing. Now, moving on forward to the third and final blue item, it's going to be Nirvana Jewel. Again, 60 energy power plus 1 per rank. We don't care about that. That's just a nice benefit. 570 mana. This is a shit ton of mana. You just got 1100 mana out of 2 items. I need you to be mindful of that, guys. 20 energy armor, not bad. Energy armor is good. The active, enter stasis for 3 seconds. If you're in the middle of a fight and you engage first and you feel like you're about to die, stasis while your ADC stays and continues to do damage while you draw attention. Just be mindful with this build, guys. As a Narbash and as a Muriel, you're not going to be tanky early game. I need you guys to understand that. Your job is to poke, stun, solidify kills as Muriel or Narbash, and then from there, once these 3 items are on, for example on Narbash, your heal is 24/7. I need you to understand this. Your heal is basically 24/7, and as long as you're healing, you're given attack speed. That's why this is so strong. You can literally have a max heal, healing all your allies, including your duo, your ADC, and giving them the attack speed boost, and you don't have to turn it on. On top of that, you still got plenty of mana to thunk, you still got plenty of mana to run away, you still got plenty of mana to cast shields, you still got plenty of mana to cast ultimates. You are not going to be tanky in the beginning, but you are going to be able to provide so much utility off of the cooldown and mana, it's going to be unreal. If you lose your lane, it is quite frankly going to be because of user error, the way I see it. Now, moving forward here, the 4th item is going to be Siren's Call. We're now moving into the white items territory. Why Siren's Call? Because it is OP on these 2 characters. You get 50 energy power. Again, that's just nice to have, but that's not why we're building it. Another 10% cooldown, another 2 mana regen, but the passive, your heals and shield are increased by 20%. Now every single one of your heals and shield is 20% more effective, guys. You're using the same amount of mana, but healing and shielding even more. On top of that, 10% of remaining shield is converted into health after the shield expires. So if for some reason you shield somebody and they didn't get the full amount of this, and they didn't get destroyed, you just shielded them for no reason, now you just converted part of that shield into health. So even as Muriel, you're now healing your ADC with your shields. Keep in mind that. Now, moving forward past that, then we're going to go into Robe of Miracles. Why? Because this is all about healing. When you heal somebody, you give somebody else attack speed. So even as a Muriel, you can now heal your ally. If you just healed your ally, you're giving them attack speed. Keep in mind, these are all stacking. Robe of Miracles now. Another 10% cooldown reduction. Huge as utility. 425 health plus 5 per rank. It's just a good tankier item. 5% health regen, sorry, not 5, just 5 overall added to the health regen rate, and 44 energy armor as well. You're active, you can heal ally heroes around you for 20% of their max health. Not only is that going to give them the attack speed boost, but your 20% also has the 20% boost on top of that. So you're going to get even more healing out of this active item. You guys see how this entire build is based off of healing off of shields, but be mindful, you're going to have a little bit of tank, but your job is not to tank. This is not a tank build. I need to make that clear. This is a utility build with your stuns, your shields, your slows, all that, your ultimates. That is how you get the kill. You just need to play smart as a support, play careful, and land your abilities. And as long as you land your abilities and your ADC or your team capitalizes, I promise you, you will deliver. I play this build on every single support game that I play, and we absolutely destroy. You guys are more than welcome to Twitch my Twitch out at any time that we do that. Now, the very last item is going to be Essence of Time. Essence of Time is not only going to give you mana regen, not only going to give you health regen, it's going to give you physical armor, it's going to give you energy armor +1 per rank, but the active. Target enemies receive 20% slow and 20% wither within 3 seconds. Guys, you're basically going to help single somebody out in a chase. We are already Narbash, you're already Muriel, you already got your thunk, you already got your slows, but if they're running away and your team can't catch up, you activate that picks them off. In an end game fight, one stray being picked off is sometimes the difference between you winning and losing the game. So that active is huge, but it's mainly there to give you a good amount of energy and physical armor if you make it to that late game, and more regen. But I promise you guys, with the amount of mana regen and cooldown reduction you're gonna have with this build, it will be non-stop spamming abilities. You will be harassment 101 in Fault. I need you guys to understand, this is not a tanky build. If you are not a careful player, this build might not be the build for you. I will be releasing a support tanky build, which will also help with support steal. But this is my go-to support because I'm very aggressive. I land my thunks, I land my slows, and as long as you do that with this build, you're not only going to demolish whoever you're going up against, but you're going to help out your team tenfold with all the cooldown that you're building, all the mana that you're building. You are literally going to be non-stop spending abilities. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Be mindful, guys. Again, this build is not going to be for everybody, but if you love cooldown, if you love mana, and if you love just using abilities non-stop, this is going to be the build for you. I've seen some people use this build on support Bellica. It's honestly not a bad build. Half mana, have utility, and you still get to spam abilities like crazy. Some of you might like it because some of you are used to building Bellica squishy anyway. But at the end of the day, guys, I promise you, if you follow this build and you land and you're that type of player, you're gonna love it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much for supporting. Don't forget to join the Discord down below. And like always, until the next video.